Hi, welcome back to another one. Tonight, once more, we are going to look quickly at Hcmc. We do have some good news for Hcmc today. The share price has risen today. It's up by 10%. It was up by about 20 earlier, but it has now fallen apparently. We're seeing volume figures now of about 2.86 billion. And that is big. We're going to be talking in this video about why the share price is rising and why actually it could rise a little bit more going into the future, potentially. So all of that is coming up in this video. Make sure that you remember it's not financial advice. It is just my personal opinion. I may be incorrect. It's just what I think looking at what we are seeing. So yeah, please do put that into the forefront of your mind when viewing this video. But if you may enjoy it, make sure to leave a like on it and subscribe, because obviously we do talk about Hcmc quite a lot of the time. Whenever there is something to update you guys on, I will be the one updating you. So again, that is another reason to just subscribe to this channel. But now we're going to jump into the video and start off by looking at how the price of Hcmc has moved. So first things first, we are now seeing a bit of movement between the 1.6 and 1.7 range. I'm not going to bother reading out the zeros because you guys already know by now, but we're seeing a move between 1.6 and 1.7 consistently for today. We hit highs today of 1.8, I do believe, but currently we are down to only 1.6. It isn't that big of an increase now, only up by 10%, but looking at the big sell-off that we saw over the past few weeks, this is pretty decent, especially when we do consider what we have been seeing. We saw that essentially what it was a pump and dump of the share price. It was a stupid thing to do. I said that at the time. I still stand by saying that because obviously it now has had a negative detriment to Hcmc. But obviously what we are seeing now is the share price pick itself up a little bit today. And a lot of you guys are probably wondering why. A lot of you probably know why, but obviously there are some people who do wonder why, and here are my opinions on it. So for this, we do need to go with this article, which is coming from Global Newswire. Now, this is something which we already knew about, so I'm not going to spend the time or waste your time reading it all over again. This basically just talks about the discount on Hcmc's shares. If you don't know about that, make sure to watch Saturday's video. Obviously, it's one of the more recent ones that we have done, and it is about 20 minutes long. So if you don't know about Hcmc or the current situation that we find ourselves in, I would recommend giving that video a watch because it could be worth your time. But yeah, basically we have this share offering going on, and why this is important is because on the Friday of this week, so obviously May the 14th, we are going to need to own Hcmc in order to get that discount off shares. Now basically over the next few days, I think it will be the case that people who do believe in Hcmc and who do want to utilize the discount will probably buy more in the next day or two, because obviously the deadline is Friday if you do want to own shares and get this discount. So obviously people who own not so many shares and do want to utilize the discount will be adding more. Perhaps people who didn't own Hcmc before are adding anyway. And obviously these two things combined are possibly sending the share price up a little bit over today and potentially more into tomorrow and even more into Friday. So that's just my personal thoughts, bear in mind, but it's definitely possibly the case that obviously into the next few days, people do want to load up more shares of Hcmc to utilize that discount to the best of their potential. Because a lot of people obviously are going to use this to buy extra shares, and I do completely understand that. So I think, in the next day or two, we could continue to see a bit of a rise in the price of Hcmc shares, hopefully, because you guys like me, if you do hold, will know that we have been seeing this very consistent barcoding now for a very, very long time. Now, I think we are going to continue to see barcoding, don't get me wrong. Even if we are to break out a little bit up to the 20 range, I think we still will see a bit of barcoding. But I think long term, it doesn't matter. The whole idea of the offering is to raise funds for the company, which the company can use to help the company to improve. It's a big deal and it is important. On top of that, let's not lose sight of the overall thing which we are aiming for, a win of the lawsuit. We've had no information on the lawsuit yet since the last video, and when we finally do get some information, that will probably send the share price either plummeting if it's bad or rocketing if it's good. Now, we could hear that information at any time. It could be right now, it could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be next month. We do not know when the judge is going to respond, and I would definitely say that this probably will take a long time. I hate to be pessimistic, and I'm not trying to be pessimistic, but I just want to be honest with you guys, it could take a long time for this to be the case. I hold Hcmc, and I believe that this company does have potential. I think they could rocket to a massive price, but I don't think it will happen overnight. So what I'm trying to say in this video is that we are probably going to see another increase very soon, maybe up to the 2.0 range, with people utilizing this discount, but don't expect this one to make it to a high price, or at least a very high price, overnight, because chances are this one is going to take a while until at least we get some information regarding the lawsuit. So thank you for watching this quick video. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow, hopefully, to look at how Hcmc has moved. So thank you for viewing. See you then.